Okay, we're gonna talk about the Hamilton musical for a few minutes. Yeah, I know. Now, my father was a retired sheet metal worker, and his business was specifically signs. He would do a sign for either the bathroom door or a sign for the side of a skyscraper rather, and every sign in between, literally. And my father's worked practically on every street corner in all of New York City. He's done everything. And a lot of times my father would do Broadway. I'm telling you how the vice president got tickets. And a lot of times my father would be doing a project on Broadway, would walk over and ask for a couple tickets for whatever was going on. He started dating my mother in 73. I was born 82. So between 73 and 82, my mother and father saw damn near every theater, every play on Broadway. Now, sometimes my father couldn't get a ticket to a play. And one of his union brothers, who passed away the day the Challenger, the day the Columbia shuttle crashed, a long time ago. One of his union brothers had a brother-in-law who was the stagehand union president. And this guy, because my father did work for the Broadway theaters, because my father did work in the Broadway area, because my father was friends with his brother-in-law, my father would call this guy and say, I want tickets to this play, but it's sold out. Magic words, he would get tickets. When they say a play or a concert or a sporting event is, quote, sold out, they're lying. There are several seats. On Broadway, I happen to know this, between 10 and 12. And these seats are reserved for super VIPs. The Duke and Duchess of Cambridge might be in from England. The fucking ambassador to Japan. Okay, might be, okay? Some real estate developer, okay? One of the actors in the play. His grandmother might be visiting from Australia, okay? They have these special seats that are reserved for VIPs, super dignitaries. Example, the Final Five, down in the gymnasts down in Rio. They came from Rio to New York City, do a couple of appearances. Next thing you know, they're in the theater seeing Hamilton. And I said on Twitter, I know you got tickets. Okay, very important people have special words to say to get VIP tickets. Now remember, the vice president is the vice president. And on top of that, the president is New York City's second largest real estate holder. Who is New York State's largest real estate holder? God himself. So either the president himself or maybe the vice president called the theater and said magic words and got special VIP tickets to Hamlet. And that's how they got into a sold out show. Okay? Yeah. Now Hamlet is a rap telling of Hamilton's life and of our country's earliest days, in the colonial days, revolutionary days, shit like that, etc. Now, Brandon V. Dixon, I'll put the link below. This is actually on their official Twitter page. Made a speech to the vice president on the way out the door. The actors come out and they do the curtain call. They bow. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And every once in a while there'll be a birthday shout out or an anniversary shout out or something like that. Okay. But they gave the vice president a special message saying, we're afraid that you're not going to represent us. I'm not quoting word for word, but that's what they emphasized. Now, a month earlier, Secretary Hillary Clinton and her husband went to the same play. They used the same special pass where they get the VIP tickets. And they got backstage passes, and they got no such speech. Now, a couple of years ago, Brandon Dixon posted this on St. Patrick's Day on Twitter. That's his official Twitter. St. Patty's Day weekend is like Christmas for black dudes who like white chicks. Happy holidays, boys. In other words, white chicks get drunk on St. Patty's Day, and black guys like to rape them. Obviously, he's joking. And being that Blazing Saddles is on my Christmas list, I am not going to complain about rape jokes or black jokes, okay? I know what a joke is. But it's interesting enough that you're afraid of the vice president and afraid of the president because they might not represent you. Yeah, you're out making rape black jokes. Like, it's not, okay, so relax, okay? Don't be making a joke 1 minute and the next minute saying you're afraid of someone. It's not appropriate. Also, what's not appropriate is Hamilton, the musical, had an audition advertisement for non-white people. Now, if I'm making a play about the Vikings, I'm gonna ask for all white guys with blonde hair and blue eyes. Duh. If I'm making a play about, Central Africa, I'm gonna ask for all black guys. Duh. If I'm making a play about Genghis Khan, I'm gonna ask for all Chinese guys. Duh. But if you look at the American Revolution, General Cornwallis told all the blacks, including free blacks, which were very, very discriminated against back then, obviously, and blacks that were slaves, if you run away and join up with the redcoats, I will free you. Henceforth, black guys fought for the British. General Washington made the same deal with his people, on his side of the aisle. If you fight with me, I will free you. Some black guys went one way, some black guys went the other way. Also, Native Americans. Native Americans were mostly in the South and out West. You really didn't see a lot of Native American activity in New York City and Boston at this time. But Native American tribes also cut deals with the British and cut deals with the colonials. Okay, like Native American fighting went on after the British left, like Daniel Boone down in So, and you could have a couple of Spanish guys pass for Native Americans. So you could, in all seriousness, have a play with black guys, white guys, and Spanish guys masquerading as Native Americans on both sides. And you can have a musical number where you have the redcoats come out with white guys and black guys, and it would have been accurate. The white guys and black guys would have been accurate, not the dancing. And the same for the colonials. You could have black guys in the colonial army on a play. Okay, you could have a healthy mixture. Okay, they specified non-white guys. Why? Why would you specify that you didn't want white guys when you're making a story about a part of American history where whites, blacks, and natives were on both sides of the aisle? Sounds racist to me. Also, you got black guys and Spanish guys playing Hamilton, Burr, Washington, Jefferson. Jefferson wasn't black. His kids were black, and his girlfriend was black, but he wasn't. Okay, so it's interesting to me that you're talking about advertising for non-white people only, and you're talking about, this guy's racist, this guy's sexist, this guy's homophobe. Okay. Many years ago, the president was sued by a group of black people because he had refused to rent them apartments. Now, was it because of the color of their skin, or did they fill a credit check? Finance companies, landlords, banks often do credit checks when you do cars, houses, condos, apartments, because they want to make sure that you can physically pay the bill. Do you have the money to pay the bill, and is your credit rating good? I have an uncle who has the worst credit rating in the world because every check he ever wrote in his life bounced, and he's owed a lot of money. Okay, he's white, his credit rating is shit. Okay, so if President Trump discriminated against them because they're black, that's a problem. But if he discriminated against them because they have bad credit rating, that's not a problem. We don't know. Now, when the vice president was in the Congress, there was an AIDS bill, AIDS research, AIDS treatment. And the vice president allocated money for sexual behavior counseling for people, gay and straight, that had really bad sexual behavior patterns, unprotected sex, multiple partners, which is why AIDS spread in the first place. Okay? The three main reasons why AIDS spread was blood transfusions. Before the blood was screened, now the blood is screened. Hypodermic needle sharing, which still continues to this day, and erratic sexual behavior, which still continues to this day. Patient zero, he wasn't the first guy, he was the first guy they found. Patient zero was a flight attendant. Yes, he was gay. And everywhere he went, bars, clubs, bathhouses, okay? He had boyfriends all over the fucking world. And he's the main reason why it spread. So for the vice president to say, we need to have counseling for sexual behavior modification, Okay, that gets translated into he's homophobic. Really? Okay. They also said falsely that the vice president believes in conversion therapy. Conversion therapy is illegal in some states. It is ultra lunatic, fanatical religious behavior where the gay kid is put into an intense religious program and they pray the gay away. And most kids come out traumatized. Okay? I can't find any proof that he was involved in conversion therapy. Did he believe in sexual abuse counseling? Probably. Did he believe in sexual behavior counseling? Probably. But as far as conversion therapy is concerned, I can't find it. Now, Hillary Clinton. Okay? Horrible track record on minorities. Okay? Example. She couldn't get a job as a mopping floors in Arkansas, so she moved to New York, bought a mansion in Chappaqua, where Vanessa Williams, the singer, is the only black person in 50 miles. Went down to the Bronx and told the minorities in the poor districts, I love you, when in reality she didn't give a fuck about them. Her fake charity allegedly raised $1 billion for Haiti, which is a black island. Okay, Haiti is one island. There's half island is Haiti, half island is Dominican Republic. Very poor island. Okay, very poor. She raised money for them. Money disappeared. We don't know where it went. We think we know. Okay, now Haiti just had another hurricane over the summer. Okay, and $1 billion buys a lot of food. $1 billion builds a couple of hospitals, and $1 billion buys some nice flood barriers. Okay, no one complains. How about her treatment of gays? Even though Hillary Clinton is herself bisexual, and even though Yoko Ono admitted to having an affair with Hillary Clinton, excuse me, okay, Hillary Clinton's treatment of homosexuals in other countries is not that nice, because every country that practices Sharia dictates that if you are accused of being homosexual, there is no trial. You are either hanged or thrown off a building alive. And I have seen video footage of allegedly gay people being thrown off buildings alive. So, you're talking about Trump and Pence, their relationship with the gay community. Hillary Clinton makes money off the gay community being killed in other countries. And President Trump at the debate said to her, give the money back, and she giggled. She giggled. Okay? So, and the vice president was a class act. He said the play was good. He said he wasn't insulted. He's trying to be the bigger person. Okay? But the issue is this. Okay? He who lives in a glass house should not throw stones. Okay? When you're making black rape jokes, and when you're in a play that is discriminating against white people, you have no business telling the Vice President of the United States that you're afraid of him because he ain't going to represent you. Okay? Seriously. And when the person who actually mistreats the black community, when the person who mistreats the gay community is given a backstage pass and a hug and a kiss from you, you should not be lecturing another guy. Okay? So I think this is another example of actors that have a hard time figuring out where the barrier is between the fantasy world and the real world. Okay? And there was a lot of hooting and hollering. Some people were applauding the vice president. Other guys were booing the vice president. Okay? But it's just not appropriate because it wouldn't be tolerated on the other side of the aisle. Okay? It wouldn't be tolerated. Okay? If he had said that to Hillary Clinton, if he had said that to Bill Clinton, if he had said that to Bill de Blasio, if he had said that to any left-wing lunatic, they would have thrown him out of the business. Okay? But this will show you the hypocrisy in this country. Okay? The sheer hypocrisy that you would actually completely ignore someone who does discriminate against gays and blacks and ridicule someone else. And it's just more examples of stupidity and shit. Okay? And you're in for this for the next 4 years. Or 8 years, okay? However long President Trump is in office, This will go on. Period. End of story. Thank you.